Hello Libra, welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you are here. Welcome back to your weekly intuitive tarot reading by Mermaid Love Tarot. So we are going to begin your bundle readings. So what a bundle reading is, at least to me, is my new thing, is that we're going to do general love and career. So that's what you get every time I do the weekly readings. So we're going to set aside our two mystery cards that we will reveal at the end, just to see how the reading ties in. If you guys haven't already subscribed, I will really appreciate it if you did. It really helps my channel. Remember to live in the golden rule mode, because when you give and you live under that do unto others as you will want them to do to you, then God helps you. It's simple. Whenever we help people, God helps us back. So it doesn't cost anything to, just hit the subscribe button and help out. So I do encourage you to stay till the end. As I said, this is a bundle reading, so I'll be doing love and career towards the middle. And also, guys, I've been, telling you that I don't mean to think that I'm, the best reader. But guys, if you see my other readings, you will see that my guides are very much on point, always, synchronized, always giving me confirmed messages, no matter how many different decks I use. I also, because I'm so intuitive, I call out the cards even before they come out. And it's like I say, the proof is in the pudding, so you can see from all the other videos. It's on camera. I shuffle the cards on camera, and you will just see how shocking sometimes the reading is. For the most part, it really is. I'm not meaning to show off. It's just the honest to God truth. All right. And also, guys, if you have your placement on other signs, please remember to check out those readings, because the readings are timeless. So, like if you have your placement in Virgo, check out the Virgo readings. Sometimes, somehow it ties in because, it's your moon, sun, and rising signs. And please be patient. Be patient, because I like my jumpers. I have a lot of respect for my jumpers. All right. It says here, do not drink poison. Do not do things are bad for you. So with some of you, it's not even like if it's liquor or anything like that. But if like it's a juice that has too much sugar, try and stay away from those things that can potentially affect you. Or even if it's something that you eat, right? If it has too much salt, if it has ingredients that you shouldn't be eating, I wouldn't be surprised if the devil comes out. Yeah, you guys, so, or the Ace of Swords and one of the sword cards, just out of curiosity, because sometimes when we, tend to eat and drink things that we're not supposed to, is a lot of the time is out of just curiosity. Spirits, what do we have for the collective of Libra? And I hope that you guys are doing well. It says here, passion. The universe is always guiding me towards my passions. The angels ask you to act and follow what you believe in with all your heart. You have come to this earth to fulfill a mission. Unleash your full potential and engage in activities that bring pleasure. All right, guys, so it's time for you to start doing things that really call to your passion, things that you're passionate about. A lot of the times we are in jobs that we are not passionate about. I'm glad that I can say, even including with tarot, that I'm very passionate about the things, that I do. The things that I do are, having a lot to do with my passion. So I don't want to cover the Libra. So let's check tarot, you guys, to see what we have. I was about to say happy Friday, just because, although it's Monday, but it's my last day of work. So to me, it's like a Friday. And you guys, if you're interested in a personal reading, I do pull out a lot of cards during personal readings. If I have to, I'll pull out initials. I'll put our feature cards. I'll put out oracle message. The works. You get a lot when it comes to a personal reading. All right. So in terms of this card, I'm already seeing how it's tying in. So when it says do not drink poison, it's already telling you that you have to have some type of balance when you with the things that you eat and everything else. Aside from that, just do things in moderation. I can't speak today because I'm so tired. And just keep things balanced so that you're at peace no matter what you do when it comes to eating, when it comes to drinking, or whatever that might be. Temperance also means like the union of opposites. Like you might, be coming together with a person who's completely opposite of you. So that might, that's a message that might resonate with you. What else do we have for the collective of Libra spirit? Please come through for us with clear messages as always. I might be posting both bonus readings for air signs soon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna continue doing that because I'm gonna have to do Spanish reading soon. So that's really gonna, I'm gonna be working extra. Then you have the Four of Cups. So you may be seeming like, you're bored, like your emotions have you kind of, unmotivated, down and out. But Spirit is telling you get out of that energy, because when we get into that reluctant depression, unmotivated, we miss out on opportunities. So, don't try yourself to keep yourself balanced with the temperance so that you don't fall into, like feeling like you're dissatisfied with life or with something. Maybe this relates to work. Maybe this relates to your family life, to your love life. We'll see as the reading goes on. All right, we also have the Six of Swords in reverse. So there might be, if you guys are out, away and traveling, this might signify that you guys are returning from travels. This may also signify that there might be some delays in travel, or things seeming like they're not stable. Like there's a storm brewing, like something is coming up. It might be something that's just, that just goes through quickly, that doesn't last long. Or it might just be that you're on vacation and you're either going or coming, and it might be like a little delay. And then we have the King of Swords. So the King of Swords sometimes also relates to like legal matters. It also relates to you like following like a regimen, which, that might be the reason why you feel a little bored. And it's also about like truth, right? You coming to clarity and kind of thinking that you have to do things by the book, but you don't really. Sometimes it's good to break the rules a little, right? Because sometimes following the rule may not work out. So, like having that regimen, sometimes it doesn't work out because you become bored. So it then also signifies to you being rational about things. So like in the case of, do not drink poison and don't do things that are bad for you, regardless if it's food, drinking, if you're being like influenced to do something that you shouldn't do, you know what I mean? Don't do it. And that's kind of like, making sure that you stay within your regular regimen, so that can work both ways. Either it doesn't work out to follow your regimen, or it works out best to follow your regimen, but take it as it resonates. Yeah, and you're definitely like in this imbalance, like instability, because now you have the Ten of Cups and it came out in reverse. So it might be that when it comes to your emotions, you're not feeling balanced. It's almost like a false sense of security, like something is broken. And then you have the Chariot. So it's almost like you're in that energy, but you're gonna start like moving out of that energy, because the Chariot is Cancer energy. So that's about willpower, moving forward, determination, action. Again, some of you might be traveling and your flight might be like a little delayed, leaving or coming. So, but you're definitely gonna get out of that rut because you want to find success. So you're gonna stay focused with the things that you need to do. All right, you guys, you are gonna come out of whatever that rut that you're in and feeling. Because Libra, you're Libra, so regardless of that, you find the balance when it comes to things. But sometimes we lose a little bit of balance. Let's say that you've been eating too much cake. It happens. Sometimes it does happen. And then, yeah. And then you might be like receiving a gift or giving somebody a gift. But you're like, if this has to do with like a legal situation, legal matters, it's almost like things become fair and there's gonna be justice. And this might be relating to like money. Maybe somebody owes you money. Maybe you took somebody to court and they need to give you back the money, and you're gonna be getting it and receiving it. And as such, it's gonna make you feel generous, right? Because somebody might owe you a lot of money. If this might be like, God forbid, a car accident and you sue somebody, it's unexpected income that's coming in other words. This might be, you know, like if you play the lotto, it might be coming in quick too, because you have the Knight of Swords. So if you play the lotto, you know, you may be feeling like, you know, like, let me just do this today, and you just never know, and you might end up having to and you might end up winning. So it's something like you're gonna just take action without feeling that fear or that imbalance that you might be feeling. You're all of a sudden, it's like you're gonna feel energetic, because that's in the present energy, and right under the 10 of Cups and the 4 of Cups, which indicates that there's an imbalance, you know, a reluctance, you feel like unmotivated to do things. So you're gonna come out of that rut. Anything else, Spirit? And whatever hasn't been unfair becomes fair. It might have taken a little while, but now it's like things are happening really, really fast. Yeah. And there's something that you know, it's almost like you're going to have like your mind is going to clear up. And so just basically Spirit is telling you to think before you act, and whatever it is that you're doing, you know what I mean? So because the King of Swords can be a little impulsive sometimes. So you have to like, you know, they have the skills and they feel confident, but sometimes you just need to be like, okay, let me step back a little bit. And it's almost like you're also going to be speaking your mind, and you're going to just be curious about doing different things. And there's going to be like a little bit of aggressiveness, but not like bad aggressiveness. You know what I mean? All right, let's check career. But there's definitely movement with the Chariot in the future. And right under the storm, like the little storm brewing, so it's like it gets clear out, because you're like, you're gonna feel that fear that you don't want to be in that energy, and that's what's gonna make you move. It says direction. Your purpose is unfolding slowly, step by step as you go along. There's no need to worry or hurry or worry. You're being divinely guided. So that's why, you know, you're coming out of that slowly, and that's why Spirit is telling you, you know, be curious, but be cautious. All right, and that has to do with career. So it's like whatever you've been wanting to do is unfolding, but you know, it's happening step by step, because you know, when things happen in God's perfect timing, He knows when is the right time for things to happen. Brilliance. You discover your own genius by breaking away from the grind to follow your own inspiration. Your ideas bring recognition. So you guys may be doing something, suggesting something at work to the team that's going to bring you recognition. Because they're going to be like, oh, wow, that's a great idea. You know, you're going to have like a light bulb moment that's going to benefit everybody. You know, like the whole team. And then you're going to get recognized. You know, it's almost like shout outs. Like, oh my God, great job. You know, if it wasn't for you, now, you know, we wouldn't be able to move forward with whatever, something new. Or that brings in more money. One more, Spirit, for the collective. And I'm pulling out 3 because it's the collective. So if you want a personal reading, you guys, the information is in the description box. They're inexpensive. I get them to you within 1 to 2 business days. And now that I'm not working during the summer, I have the time to do this. And regardless of whether or not I'm working, I usually get them out to you with between 1 and 2 days. Unfolding. Access to greater prosperity is opening up for you slowly. You are growing as you learn. You are growing as you learn more and keep expanding. So you guys, if you need to go, because with the Page of Swords, he's very curious. Some of you might be curious to learn something new, you know, and you might be thinking like, I'm going to take this course. It will benefit you because it's going to help you in the long run in your career. Like it almost puts you ahead of other people if you do, you know, take on new things and learn new things. All right. Let's check from this deck to see what we get. Spirit, what do we have for the collective of Libra? Please show us clearly. All right, SOS, distressed, act with urgency, assistance needed. So there might be a situation that you might need to act with urgency because it's going to be like some kind of a little bit of a distress. And then somebody might need your help. That might be like, you know, in any area, family, work, or whatever. It just simply means that somebody's going to need your help. So don't, you know, be afraid because that card came out. Or you might need somebody's help. You know what I mean? You might, because of the way that you've been feeling emotionally, maybe you might just be asking somebody for help. Maybe you might just be wanting to go out with friends and distract yourself. Because with the Temperance, that's also about harmony. So, you know, you might want to go out and kind of, it'll help you get out of that rut. What is this? Oh, it says, it's dark without you. So if some of you recently broke up with somebody, or you had an argument, or you guys live together and still, you know, not talking to each other, this person or you might be feeling like, you know, it's too dark without that person. Spirit is calling me to pull one more, even though I usually don't. I am the man. Alrighty. So you might have somebody who is really thinking he's the man. He might be saying this jokingly, or he might just really be acting like he's big and bad. Or, you know, maybe he's helping you put something together and he gets it done and he's just joking and saying, I'm the man. Take it as it resonates. All right. It says attention of others. I'm addicted to the attention of others. I love feeling wanted and needed. I don't feel whole without it. All right. So that might be the reason why people call on you for help, you know, because they know that you like to, the attention of others somehow, but, you know, you do help regardless of that attention, even if it's because you literally, you know, seek attention from others. All right, messages from the universe. And also, guys, I'm getting that for that reason, if you do like attention and it's in your realm of things, you should go out and have fun. If you want to be more successful in life, your priority should be focused on your mindset, on all that you want to attract in your life. Trust that more is happening than what you can see. Many forces are at work in your favor. Allow them to help you. See? So there's a message here of help. So, and it's been clarified 3 times. So you either are going to help somebody who might be going through something serious and they might be really, really needing your help, or you're going to be asking for help. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? Because if you've been feeling, especially the way that you've been feeling out of balance, that help will really come in handy. All right. Angel number messages. What do we have, Spirit, for the collective of Libra? Ooh, 777. Good luck. Contentment, prosperity, abundance, spiritual awakening, divine intervention. This message is most likely to reach you during intense uncertainty. You'll come out of winning from everything that may come your way. It's also a sign that you have much life experience and wisdom to share. Yet you need enthusiasm and effort to get this message to others. Yet again, so you might be needing to help somebody just because, you know, you're wiser. It might be your kids. It might be somebody that's younger than you, younger siblings, you know, whoever, friends that are really needing your help. And these might be people that come to you because of that wisdom that you have. You know, you might be like that person that counsels people so nicely and really helps them to make, you know, decisions. Like, it's almost like you have that passion for it. Animal message, please, Spirit, for the collective of Libra. All right, Cardinal, adventure. You need to live up, you see, to your fullest potential. Explore new directions and take risks in order to grow as an individual. Change may be uncomfortable, but it's necessary. So Spirit is asking you to get out of your comfort zone. Remember, passion. Do the things that you're passionate about. Don't stay. Let's say, for example, you're in a job and that's just comfort, but it's not your passion. I said that in the beginning of the reading, right, you guys? This is why I tell you a lot of the times I just call out things. So get out of your comfort zone. I don't know if somebody got this last week. It might have been your sign, or it might have. That's why I tell you guys, look at your other placements, because sometimes the messages just tie in. Because your placement, something else might be your moon, your sun, or whatever. Do I need to take out initials? I don't think so. All right. Angel message. It says light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. So again, this has to do with helping, bringing the light to people who need your help, bringing the light to the world, sharing with people your wisdom and all those things, right? Even if it's something that you've been through and you just decide, let me say this, let me share this, like, because the Page of Swords came out and that's about communication. You might be feeling like, you know what, I don't like to share my business, but sharing my business might help somebody. Just like I shared about my divorce, just like I share how it came out in the cards June 9th during the Scorpio reading, that there was going to be a passing in my family. Well, it was really my sister's, family, because she's a Scorpio, and then my nephew who passed away the day after this came out in the cards, he was also a Scorpio. So you know what I mean? I don't like to share my business, but I do because I may be helping somebody else, So, through the years, I've learned that might be the case. It says, bless growth. Stay firmly rooted in your intentions and reach for the sky. I nurture my dreams. You see? So back to the passion. So if you're passionate about something, you need to nurture that passion. You need to nurture those dreams and make them come to pass. I'm surprised the Magician didn't come out. But that is your reading, you guys. I am very grateful that you are here. Please remember that when you help others, God helps you. So please subscribe to my channel, and I'm sure you'll receive many, many blessings. Take care. I love you very much. One love.